That is so gonna be irritating, but anyway. Yeah. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Josh, and today we're gonna play Dagon. I believe it's Dagon, and we'll go straight to it.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Interesting. Whoa. I'm in a room.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Interesting. Okay. Ink. I'm gonna write down something. Some story about me.
One of the most open and least
we can hear
frequented
it.
parts of the broad Pacific, that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Yeah. Oh, so it's a visual thing. You just keep on pressing buttons.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
So it's like a
So that our vessel
story.
was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Okay. What's this? Oh, I'm not gonna read that. No, thank you. You can read it by pausing the video.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone, in a small boat, with water and provisions for a good length of time.
That will last a week for me. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this. Okay, so I'm escaping, I
When I
believe.
finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
Ah, no. This is gonna be tough. Tough. Wait. Interesting.
Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator.
That's how you know your moons and your stars.
Of the longitude, I knew nothing.
Ah.
No island or coastline was in sight.
So I'm stuck in the middle of the sea. Technically, I don't know where the big boat is. Probably behind me, but I can't put my neck straight to turn. I can't turn a 360 or 180. Okay, now there must be something I have to. Oh, let's follow the moon, I guess.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Habitable, not unhabitable, like a remote land. I don't want to be like Wilson, stuck in the middle of the sea. His face is probably washed off, but anyway, over there. Drink some water, make sure you like ration some of it.
Neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
Oh, no. It's not that bad. I know it's hard, but for me, I'll probably swim, even though I'm gonna die.
Never know. For my slumber, though troubled and dream infested, was continuous.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. I want to touch it.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see.
I hope it's not like true story. This is
My
so.
boat lay
Oh,
grounded
what is
some
that?
distance away.
Okay.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
That's so true, my friend. That's so
For there
true.
was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
So we're like on an island, a muddy island or something like that.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
Interesting. What is that? Is that a... No, I don't know what that is. Nope.
Perhaps
I
I should
don't want
not
to
hope
word.
to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity.
I'm not gonna eat
There
tonight.
is nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear.
Tell me about
The
it.
sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Okay. Oh. Ugh. Sushi, anyone?
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized
does-
that only one theory could
What is that?
explain my position.
What is that? Let's look at no.
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing
Makes
regions
sense.
for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
Okay, that makes more sense. Just explain it to me more.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might.
Yes, my ears are in pain right now. My
Nor
eyes
were
are
there
too.
Any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
What is that? Let's walk there. Can we walk there? Can we? No, dang. Can we pick up
For
on?
several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as
They're
the
still
sun
moving.
moved across the heavens.
They still moving. Even that gigantic piece of blob.
As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night
Okay.
I slept but
And
little.
I'm
And
sleeping
the
there.
next day I made for myself a pack of food and water.
There's something
preparatory
red
to
there.
an
Can we go
overland
there?
journey in
Could be
search of the
life.
vanished sea
Something
and possible
nice.
rescue.
Sure, it's huge. You can't even see the sea anymore. Can the whole? Tsunami is gonna come soon. Some food.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Don't know what I'm looking at, cause I am not smart enough. So I guess we're gonna walk.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Well, just walk straight. That is a goal for sure. Okay, can I walk? There we go. Oh, don't go over it. Oh, let's go around it.
All
Oh.
day I
What?
forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Oh my goodness. Where? Okay. Let's go, quickly, before they eat you. Just going. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, there's a whale. Oh, hello, whale. Sad, but at least I see something I know. Okay, I'm gonna go past this leg. Must be a leg. I hope it's a leg, not
That
teeth.
night I encamped, and on the following day still
kraken.
traveled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
Everything is still wet though. Wouldn't it be dry? No, it looks like a rocky floor, so most of it will be dry. But if this is from the ground, deep sea, right at the bottom, then obviously half these things, obviously the sea will stay wet, or the bottom of it will stay wet.
By the fourth
A mountain.
evening, I attained the base of the mound,
It's
which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Oh, it looks huge. Oh, we got up
An
there.
intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface.
Yeah?
Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
No, it's too cold. It's soggy. Ugh.
Not why my dreams were so wild that night,
Was it a dream?
but ere the waning and fantastical gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain,
Uh-huh.
I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
Where's my mountain? Ah, look at all the stars.
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again.
Okay, I get the point. You're telling me this is so gross. I know it's so gross.
And in the glow of the moon I saw
But he doesn't
how
talk about it
wise
anymore.
I'd been to travel by day.
It must smell like salt. You know, a strong sense of salt.
Without
Because
the glare of the parching
I don't know.
sun,
I imagine
the journey
salt.
would have cost me less
Ah, there we
energy.
go. I hope this doesn't give me a big
Indeed,
jump
I
scare
now
because
felt
I'm not ready
quite
for it.
able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Okay, let's walk. Up. Oh, hello, bag.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me.
Yes.
But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon.
I just imagine it's like, oh, whoa, I'm gonna trip. I bet I'm gonna trip, and you like, whoosh, trip, and you're like,
Whose black recesses the moon
oh,
had soared high enough to illumine. I felt
dang,
myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
dang. This is scary. May hit like a cement surface that is like water. When you hit the the water, and it's like feel like cement.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost, and of
Yes.
Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the
Yes.
moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
I see. Are we going down?
Ledges
Oh,
and
okay.
outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent,
I get why you have to go down. But
whilst after
there's
a
something
drop
down
of
there.
only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
So steep. I'm gonna go. No, it's first that one, then that one, and then that one. Not like, oh, I'm gonna jump down and like you. Ah, my goodness.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath,
Okay.
gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
Interesting.
All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope,
A
which
artifact.
rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me. An
Uh,
object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
I see. I see. Can we go there? I'm very curious. Dang. Can't you?
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature.
Obviously, it's so steep. It's so
A closer
upwards.
scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
Oh. I wish I could do this in VR. Maybe I should do this in VR
For
when I get
despite
it.
its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith, whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures.
Oh, sorry. I had to
Dazed
yawn.
and frightened,
I'm so tired
yet
today.
not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
I can't. My neck is in the way. Ugh. Anyway, I don't see anything weird come in front of me. So let's go. Let's go. And sorry about the vibrations, you know. I need to go put some stuff on the wall so it doesn't make that.
Now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the tower.
Oh, there's the water, by the way.
Hemmed in the chasm.
There's something on the stone. There's something on the stone.
And
I
revealed
want
the
it
fact that a
out.
far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions, and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope.
The water's still moving, surprisingly.
Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith,
Okay.
on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
Sorry, I had no comments. Like, I can't speak to a speaker of a narrator. Oh my
Writing was in a
goodness.
system of hieroglyphics,
There's
unknown to me,
turtles.
and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
This is not a book, by the way. This, if it's not been seen before, then no one knows it.
Consist
Oh, dang. Ah, sorry, dudes. Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, I don't know what that is, molluscs, whales, and the like. Sorry about that, I don't know these words.
Obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world. But whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean risen.
What is that? The one in the middle is kind of curious, but the sunlight is in the way. What is that? What is this?
It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
There's something at the bottom. I want to see more. There's more at the bottom. Looks like humans. I'm not gonna read that, but I should get the book. Maybe it's something interesting. Let's go down.
Plainly visible across the intervening water on account of their enormous
Mermaids
size were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men.
They look like men to me.
Creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine,
Oh, sorry, a grotto.
paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well.
Under the waves. So this is deep under the waves, or perhaps.
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail,
I can't see them. Oh, there's one there.
for the mere
Hello.
remembrance makes me grow faint.
There
Grotesque beyond the
it
imagination
is.
of a Poe or a Bulwer.
I know the bot. No, I don't know that one. The right, the left one looks like us. That one looks. Okay, these are
They were
unsettling.
damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips.
I wonder if I will see them. I'm getting the little chills, like I'm gonna get right behind me.
And other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. The creatures were shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
That's huge. For whales, huge. This is huge,
I
dude.
remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size.
That is a strange size. Maybe there's different kind of sizes.
Decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
Ah. Okay.
Awestruck at this unexpected
My eyes were so good, I could see that far. So I saw everything from standing here. Oh, okay. The camera's off. Unfortunately, I don't know when it went off. So I'll probably end it here and make a part 2. Nah, I'll let you guys play it. So thank you guys so much for watching. You're not seeing my face at the moment. You just see mad. Already over schedule. I have a few things to do before, so I can get my YouTube up and running. So okay, I said that this time. So bye bye.